There are two improvements I made off screen. One of them is a Wallmaker. Let me do a demo of it. Here I'm entering a space. And you can see this somewhat elaborate wall that I've created. And I did that by adding a new Wallmaker to the set of tools that I have. So tools, I made this scrollable where it wasn't scrollable before. Wallmaker, it just has two buttons, one to kind of reset when a wall is starting and one to say that the wall is ended. And you can click around, and if you made a mistake, you just say wall start again. But otherwise, let's create four corners, and we say wall end, and there those markers are replaced with this wall, and it would at the end it resets it, so you can draw a couple more points and say wall end, and it creates kind of a maze. And this is accomplished with this class Wallmaker, in which we simply collect a number of points, and we have a reference mesh, which is cloned when we're making the points, so this is not that important. But when the Wallmaker will be instantiated when you're in the menu, and the whole thing will be torn down when you exit the menu. You first instantiate a hidden point indicator, which is this thing, and you set it enable to false so it can't be seen. You define a callback to go back to the main menu of tools, and you set this as the options, and then you create this div with these following options. And the scrollable primitives are just the two clickable for wall start and wall end. And when this whole menu is disposed, you get rid of that point indicator. Maybe we should get rid of this subscription too. Anyway, let's do that. Let's say let sub equal this. We'll just below it, and we'll say sub dot unsubscribe. Here we're listening to any pointer pick. Whenever we're picking it, we will just clone the point indicator, set it to be visible, and then push it itself into the collection of wall points. And then when we click on, then we have two callbacks, one for wall start, which essentially just disposes anything in wall points and then clears the wall points. Otherwise, we map or we reduce over the wall points, getting the X and Z positions in order to emit a new payload, a message to create a special kind of entity, which is the type of wall, which takes a height and a list of points. And at the end of that, we call wall start to clear the slate again. So that's pretty much it for the Wallmaker, and it is installed inside the menu manager under here, Wallmaker. And these functions are called when you load up the particular page. Let's see, it's in the Signal Hub for menu events, which is the menu topic, I believe. Okay, so that's how we added the Wallmaker. And the other improvement I did was I did some troubleshooting about in mobile, when you tap, it doesn't actually fire the gun that you're holding, and this is because previously, let's go to the menu manager again for the joystick part. I believe this was because I had a variable set to, did you move or not? And then over in the move observable, I would set it to true, and then on the up observable, I said if you didn't move, then we can fire this trigger substitute. But it turns out that when you're tapping it with your finger, you always move a little bit. So now I've changed it to just click speed. Click speed, on the down, I record the current time in second or milliseconds since epoch, and then when you lift up, we calculate how many milliseconds have elapsed, and if it's less than 50, which is a very quick tap, then we'll trigger that substitute. Otherwise, it's as if you're not firing the gun at all. So that's the second thing I've repaired. All right, so I'm going to deploy this and give it a test.